Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is January 22nd, 2017. Planet X, Nibiru, Nemesis, brown dwarfs, rogue planets, Mexico. What are we seeing in our skies? Earlier this morning, I was going over some webcam footage of volcanoes throughout the world. I wanted to monitor these volcanoes for videotaped eruptions. I happened to stumble onto a Mexican webcam, and lo and behold, I find something in the video that caught my eye. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I caught. Now we're going to be looking in the upper right hand corner of this video. Watch carefully. You're going to see something that caught my eye, and I'm going to stop it as soon as we see it, and there we go. Right here. And this was dated for January 21st, 2017. This is coming directly from the webcams of Mexico. And what I noticed about this object, it doesn't look like your ordinary lens flare or flare from the sun, because you could see some of these lens flares right below here. This object is definitely illuminated from the sun, and it is dark on the back side right over here where my cursor is. Let's go ahead and continue with the video. Now, I just replayed it so we can catch it again. And bingo, there we go. There's the object right near the sun, at least in this video. And you could clearly see that the sun is illuminating this object as the sun rises in the sky. You can see the object is darker behind here. And let's continue with the video. Now, we're going to go ahead and do something that is going to bring this out a little bit more. And I'm going to invert the video so we can see it in a negative status. So let's just go ahead and watch this. And then I'll stop the video as soon as we see this object. You can see the sun rising, and already you start to see the object right here. And you can see the sun is illuminating this object. Let's continue with the video. Now the sun is rising further in the sky, and the object to the right is becoming further illuminated. We'll just continue with this piece of video. Now, right here, if this was a lens flare, it would have been following the sun. However, it did not. It stayed stationary somewhat during the rise of the sun. And you can clearly see it right here. Let's continue with the video. Now it's going to replay itself. Once again, you'll see the sun rise, and the object is right here. Now I took some still photographs, which we're going to take a look at. And there you go. To me, that looks like a solid object off in the distance near the sun. I mean, what can it be? Big question mark. Big question mark. You know, the more and more that I see these types of videos, and just over the last couple of days, I've taken some video footage with the laser lens and my laser safety eyewear, and I clearly saw this object in the distance near the sun with my own eyes. Not a camera, not a video camera, with my own eyes. So my eyes aren't going to see lens flares. And whenever people look at these videos, the first thing they say and the only thing they can say is that is a lens flare, because that's the only excuse that they can give. And this is amazing, just amazing piece of video. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some photos that I captured, just still shots. Now, right up here, let's just zoom in a little bit. You can see the date, January 21st, 2017. This is during a sunrise. So this was the inverted or negative photo. And then we're going to move right over here and we're going to take a look once again. Now you can see the date, and you can clearly see that the object is being illuminated by the sun, and it is dark on the back side. Just how it should be if there was a solid object, if this was a solid object in the sky. And then I hear, well, if something like that was in the sky, tens of thousands of people would have seen it. Well, we don't know who saw it. The sun rises rather quickly, and if you're not wearing any type of protective eyewear, you're not going to be looking directly at the sun. Now, something else that most of us should know is that your eyes do not see in infrared. However, video cameras and regular cameras, even the camera on your cell phone, do have the ability to see in infrared and to take your photographs. So once again, we're going to look at a blown up shot right down here. And you know, I don't want to move into it too close because it pixelizes, but let's look down here, right here. You can clearly see the sun is illuminating this object. I've never seen a lens flare that was illuminated by the sun. It simply travels with the sun. It's normally bright pink in color, but this object shows no type of bright pink, and it does not move with the sun. Now this is the inverted photo, and you can clearly see the rays of the sun are dark black right here. You can see them, and they are actually covering this object. They're covering it. You know, big question marks here, folks. So let's just take, this is a close-up, a still shot that I took. You can see the rays of the sun casting directly over this object. Take another look at the still shots again. And I've done nothing to these photographs. These are just still shots straight from the video. Let's take a look at the next one. And this one I did in black and white just so I'm able to show you the definition of this object. And let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Now, once again, you're looking at bright spots right here and right here. Now, clearly, the sun is reflecting off of a solid object. So, you know, you make your own decisions on what you're seeing, but to me, this is forming solid evidence that in this video footage and these still photographs, the sun was illuminating a solid object, a solid spherical object that was in the sky over Mexico, caught on this webcam on January 21st, 2017 at 8:02 a.m. Let's take a look at the last photograph I have here. Once again, you know, nothing has been altered in these photographs. You can clearly see, again, let's zoom in so we can get a better look at it. The sun is illuminating this object. It is dark back here. Rightfully so, because there is no light source back here. The light source is right here, the big old sun. here's your light source reflecting off of this object right here. So once again, folks, form your own opinions on what you're seeing. But to me, there's no doubt that what I'm looking at is definitely showing me an object that seems to be solid. Not a lens flare, not a camera anomaly. Just absolutely amazing. I've gone over this footage 20 times, back and forth, looking at it, and I'm just coming to the conclusion that what I'm looking at was the sun illuminating what appears to be a planet. I mean, there's no other spherical objects in our solar system but planets. And if this planet is there, it's very large, very, very large. So there you go, folks. There's what I captured in Mexico this morning. And I wasn't even looking for anything like this. Simply wanted to monitor some webcam footage for the volcanoes that are actually on high alert in Mexico. And what do I find? That's what I find. And once again, form your own opinions. Do your own research. I tried to pinpoint the highlights in the video and in the still photographs for you to see. Thank you for watching the Nibiru channel.